What should we expect? And I always ask this, are you supposed to have already bought on the news or on the rumor and sell on the news, if you will, on a day like today when Apple comes out with all these new products?
So in the case of Apple, the fact the stock was able to hit a $2 trillion market cap without the single sale of a 5G iPhone is remarkable. But in this case, when you think about the potential for 5G to result in multiple years of product unit sales, positive unit sales for Apple, I think you're a buyer on the event. So historically, you buy on the news and perhaps sell on the event, but given the potential for this to create a multi-year tailwind for the stock, you buy in the event.
So just so we're clear, there's going to be several phones that are going to be announced today. 5G, of course, part of all of those phones. What are you expecting in terms of the various price points and in terms of unit volume off of those phones then?
So what's unique is the launch of the SE earlier this calendar year as a lower price point option. So it's possible that today's announcement may not have a dedicated low-end phone, and the SE may have served that purpose. So really what you're looking for today is potentially the most expensive iPhone ever when you think about the prospect of a large screen 5G Apple device. So I think what you're looking for today is numerous phones, as you pointed out, that leverage the 5G network, including what should be the most expensive iPhone to date.
And just so we're clear, at least as the rumors go, we're talking about an $1,100 phone, right?
Absolutely, yes.
How big a market do you think there is for an $1,100 phone right now?
I think there's a large market for a big format 5G iPhone. So I think that there's a tremendous amount of pent-up demand. But what makes this situation unique is that the 5G network, especially in the United States, is not really ready for prime time. So I think what you're going to see is more phones being sold as networks upgrade over the next couple of years, and it moves from within areas of large cities to across the United States. And I think really that's the big opportunity and why Apple's stock has done so well into this upgrade cycle, that it looks to be multi-year.
Tom, I think you're speaking, though, to the single issue that I hear investors talking about right now, and just people in the communications industry, which is to suggest that 5G is not widely adopted or widely available across the country. In fact, what the way the report suggests is that the phone will throttle between 5G and 4G, oftentimes partially to save battery, but I also imagine partially because that 5G is just not going to be there. So how much of is it going to be a super cycle this year versus really a super cycle next year, or potentially even pushed out a year beyond that?
All right, so Aaron, the argument can be made that if it's dependent on the network, that you're right, 21 may be better than 20. But I think to the extent that you have pent-up demand, consumers have been waiting multiple years to get their hands on a 5G, an iPhone on a materially faster network, 20 ought to be quite good as well.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.